Good evening. It is Saturday still. It is 5 minutes to 6 on the Saturday night and I'm still in the shop. As you can see, I've had an emergency repair that has to be done as soon as possible for a pair of skates. As we can see here, they're talking, they're wide open, and I've already sewn one side of them, so I've got the other side to do. So I'll see if I can set up the time lapse for this one and we'll get it done. So as you can see, the skate has been sewn back together. It's just a temporary repair until the customer can get a new pair of skates. As you can also see, he's put CT1 on the outside of the skate, which is like a sealant. It didn't really work. Obviously he thought that that was going to work to be able to make the skate a little bit stiffer and basically bond the quarter package back onto the toe cap, and it didn't work. So I had to take a lot of that out, basically glue it all back together and sew it all back together. So that's it, all sorted. Well, I say it's all sorted. We've actually still got a full re-rivet to do on that, and it is now 6:15. So we're just going to try and batter on, get these done so we can get to the gym.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me.
So there we have it, 7:10 on a Saturday night, because there was an emergency repair and the skates are now finished. Finally, I can go home. Woohoo! Lovely day outside today. So it is Tuesday the 20th of August and we're back in the store. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been open since 12 and it's been non-stop with sharpenings, which is brilliant. You can tell that the season's on the cusp, shall you say. It's just about to start. So obviously it'll tie in with Greeting Face. How are we, Greeting Face?
Fine, thank you. Yes, it's Tuesday and it's wet and it's rotten.
At least you managed to get this one right.
Yes, I did. I had to think about it though.
Yeah, I've made shots and stuff like that of your take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5.
You made me laugh, it's your fault.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yep, so we've got lots of orders to process. One of our suppliers has been closed for their summer shutdown thingamabobbery, so they're due to open again, and we've got a massive order sitting waiting to be shipped out, so we'll be getting that on its way. What else? We've got to get this website finished, I'm going to get it over the line. Scott's got it ready, but it needs the CCM products added to it, so we've got to do that. Got an interview to film tonight, so we've got to prep for that. At some point we need to eat.
Yeah, that would be good. I'd like to be able to eat so that at least my brain's got a little bit of functionality in it.
I think I need to get coffee because I'm really, really tired.
Yeah, thanks for now.
So yes, that's what we're up to.
Cool. Right, so on to me. I am obviously in the process of fixing my skates. As you've seen possibly in the previous video, I had started taking the skates apart and put a bit of extra foam in them because the ankles were starting to go right through the carbon fibre. So what I've done today is, or what I did actually last night before I came to the shop today, is prep them. So basically what I've done is I've removed the comfort foam from the actual side of the skate, and actually you can see if you look in here, I don't know if you'll be able to actually properly see, this is where I could really use an extra hand, but Pamela's apparently just too busy in the computer today. See this area here, it's quite raised, so what I'm actually going to try and do is try and press that out inside here instead of pressing it on the actual hydrofoam liner. I'm going to try and actually press the shell itself. It seems to be where I'm having the issue with the skate. Obviously the padding, the comfort foam padding has kind of disintegrated just a little bit, I mean, or deteriorated. The skates are about, for me, I've been skating in them for about 6 months. For me, that's one of the quickest times I've ever had a pair of skates, the padding disintegrate. Obviously we've had skates over the years where they've went really soft in a very quick period of time, anywhere between 2 to 3 months. That's obviously not ideal, especially if you're spending mega bucks on your skates. The plan today is to try and see if I can get some foam in the skate, a little bit slightly different foam. In the last one it was a very thin yoga mat. Believe it or not, yoga mats are brilliant for this kind of stuff. Padding is usually the right kind of stuff to use. Obviously I used a slightly thinner, denser foam. This time I'm going to use something that's a little bit more give. As you can see, it's a kind of more memory foam mat that I've got this time. So what I'm going to do is try and see if I can cut the ankles into the right shape, or sorry, the padding into the right shape for the ankles. And then I'm going to give them a little heat and a press to try and see if I can make the ankle bone area slightly bigger, so that when I do put the foams into the skate, it's not going to be rubbing on the ankles. Also, as Pam said, we are in the process of trying to kind of get ourselves ready for the Jordan Boyce and Matt Haywood interview, which will be happening tonight. Obviously, if you have managed to get your questions in on Facebook and Instagram, get them asked. Obviously, we're going to have to vet the questions. We don't want to put the players in any bad situations. So obviously, if you haven't managed to get your questions in, obviously you've missed out, but we'll try and see if we can get some good interview questions for Matt and Jordan. So back again off camera, what I did was I cut a little bit of foam. So obviously, as you can see, the yoga mat has a kind of bend in it, so I was quite happy to use that bend to my advantage. As you can see, I've trimmed it at a slight angle, so it's more chamfered at that end, or at the edge, so that when I put it into the actual skate itself, believe it or not, it will sit in the right position. Let me just double check, see what side is what. There we go. So if we then put the foam in where it needs to be, we can still manage. As you can see there, obviously it's quite thick, it's quite wide. Obviously when I glue it into position and sew it into position, you won't be able to see the foam there. You'll be able to see it, feel it on the inside, but you won't be able to see any discrepancies here. Obviously it will be sewn with the speedy stitcher. Right, so as you can now see, the foam has now been shaped and it's basically taken up the place where the voids were, and the foam, obviously as you can see, it's not really that thick. I'm pinching and nearly enough touching, so obviously hopefully this foam is going to have enough of a barrier between the carbon fibre outsole and obviously the inside of the skate. Hopefully then that stops me from getting what I would only describe as my ankles absolutely destroyed. So fingers crossed, I'll set up for a wee time lapse and get this sort of sewn in and glued into place. So as you can see, the skates are now finished. I'll give you a quick view from the top. There's a lot more padding in both of the ankle areas where there was a little bit of rubbing and a little bit of padding deterioration. So I've obviously done a heat mould on them as well, just to make sure that they take a better shape. Obviously with the extra foams, it's going to make the skates slightly tighter. Obviously what I've done with that is to try and basically heat mould the skate to try and make sure there's enough room in there for my foot to actually get in, because they're a tight enough skate as it is. So that's what I've been doing. Pamela has been setting up the store for the interview so far. She is putting a list of questions together for me so I remember them, because I've got a memory like a goldfish. Usually that's Pam that's got the memory like a goldfish, but me even more so, being ginger and stuff like that. So anyway, we're just about to get ourselves ready. Pam's going to have to go and get the kids, drop them off at our mum's, and then we will wait patiently for Matt and Jordan coming for their interview. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday the 21st of August. I'm here with Grumpy, aka Greeting Face.
aka hurry up and busy.
Yeah, apparently she's too busy tonight to be able to shoot a video. So just a kind of brief introduction to tonight. It is 6:55 and this is the first time I've been able to put the camera on. We have been pretty busy with heat moulds and sharpenings tonight again, which is good, because obviously then that means that the season must be on the way, which is long overdue. Let's see how the rest of the night goes. But what have you got planned?
Just finalised my figure skate order, so hopefully we'll have
stop rubbing your face when you're on the camera. Oh, see, when you do this is covering your face. It helps if you engage with your audience.
Engage!
I'm engaging. I'm already engaged. It's bad enough I'm already engaged, having to get married.
Oh, shut up.
Ball and chain. So yes.
Just finalised my figure skate order. Hopefully have that for Friday. Been long overdue. Lots on it. So we'll maybe do an unboxing of 45 million boxes.
The reason why it's taken a bit long is obviously, as we've said previously, it takes time for these things to get to the UK distributors, and the UK distributors close for a week to obviously handle their order.
Have some holiday.
Yep, and have a week off. That would be really nice to have a week off. We don't really get a week off anymore.
Neither do the distributors, and we don't take holidays either. So I've been working on that tonight. That's been sent over. Well, that was already over, but I was adding stuff on and just finalising it, and hopefully that should be shipping out tomorrow, because I'd really like to get it for Friday. But it's a very large order, so if we can box it all in time, great. Feeling that it'll go out on Friday and we'll probably get it on Monday.
Hopefully it's Friday.
Hopefully it's Friday, that's what I'm aiming for. That's why I was trying to get it in tonight. We've got a tape order that's due on Friday. It was supposed to be yesterday, but again it was late going through, so it'll be late coming in, there's nothing I can do about that. I think that's it. I think that's kind of where we're up to at the moment.
Right, okay. I'll leave you in peace then. I'll leave you in pieces.
And I have to finish that spreadsheet for the new website, because that's all that Scott's waiting on, and I haven't had a chance.
That's all I'm waiting on as well. I'm just waiting to be able to go on and update the blurbs and the pictures, the images for the products, and then once that happens, the old website is gone. Hopefully then we can start making website money again.
Hopefully. So that should be soon-ish. Maybe try and get it done over the weekend. Depends on how much peace and quiet. Everything's a bit chaotic at the moment, because in here's been stressful and chaotic, and we've also had the kids going back to school, being stressful and chaotic, and we've had a lot of wedding plans that have gone on in the background.
Which is stressful and chaotic for Pamela, because I took nothing to do with it.
Well, you've got to come on Sunday to your son's and uncle's kilt fitting.
What time was it?
4 o'clock.
I can't make it. Impromptu training session.
Well, Lewis Gardner's going, so you'll need to go.
Well, Lewis Gardner can go.
You're going.
Why am I going?
Because you're just going.
Why am I going?
You are going.
It's a waste of day. Look at that look.
Right, go away.
Right, so basically back onto me again. Obviously Pam is being a pest as usual. I will set you down just there. As we can see, we now have Stuart's Catalyst 9s in. I'm in the process of trying to strip them back so I can add some extra foam, the same kind of repair that I did on my own just a couple of days ago. What I am finding though is these are made a lot different So the Cat 9s have been glued together a lot better than the TF9s. The TF9s, basically, in my opinion, you could literally put your finger in like that and pull the padding off of the quarter package, whereas you can't do that with the Cat 9. So what I'm having to painstakingly do is pick away at the glue and the foam, cut away at it just so I can get into to make a pocket, so that I can actually put a piece of foam into where the ankle bone is obviously uncomfortable for Stuart, because it's exactly the same problem he's having in his that I had on mine. Obviously they're very, very similar shells. Obviously this shell is a slightly softer shell, whereas the shell that is in the TF9s that I have is a lot stiffer, but obviously looking at these ones, they seem to be a little bit better made than what the TF9s were, just specifically with the glues and the foams, but obviously unfortunately the foams have deteriorated after, I think Stuart said his was 12 months. I think he's had his for about a year so far, whereas mine's were deteriorating after 6. So I'll not bore you with the time lapse on me trying to cut them up in the inside to be able to get them to kind of free off so I can add the foams in. But what I will do is I'll tie back in with you once I'm finished. So it's Friday the 23rd, as you can see it's a different day. I never got anything done with regards to Stuart's skates. Started taking them apart and kind of came into a bit of a problem. They were glued totally differently than, say for example, the ones I have with TF9s. So if you can see just here, it's obviously a lot messier in the inside in comparison to the ones I did. But then obviously we've then opened up the second skate, and the second skate is a lot cleaner. It's obviously got the backing obviously on it, so it's easier to do. So I've literally just cut out the D shapes for the padding, and obviously I'm going to then super glue them into place, and then I'm going to sew the skate back because Stuart needs his skates for Sunday obviously. So today is Friday and we're not necessarily the busiest on a Friday at the moment because the season is not really kind of kicked off. So I'm going to try and get this done and get it dusted, get it out of the way so we can focus on what we're doing tomorrow. Hopefully Pam's going to be able to do some more website work to allow me to be able to go in and then do some more website work. And obviously we've had a Warrior order in today as well, so we now have some, I say a Warrior order, but Warrior is the same supplier, so it's Warrior, Sherwood, Windmill. So we've got some neck guards in, some laces, some other things. So we're kind of restocking again. As you can see, we now have tape again, which is really, really good. Some guards, and we're kind of getting there, slowly starting to kind of build everything back up again for the start of the season. So what are you up to?
Going to mark in these orders and then probably update some customers because we've got another delay on our overtures. Massive figure skate order coming on Monday. It was supposed to be in today, but it's now coming on Monday. But we can get a Dia Motivos. We can't get a Dia overtures until mid-September, so we're going to have another couple of weeks wait for the overtures, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing we can do about that. We are getting Rye Sport, we are getting Graph, so we're back on track with Graph and Rye Sport. There is going to be a wee bit more of an extended wait for some of my overtures, which is really shit because I've been waiting for about 4 months. But what can I do? I can't. Short of flying to Italy, and everybody wants to buy me a flight, I'll go to Italy and remove them from the factory myself, then I've got to wait for the supplier to get them. So the plan for this year, we need to gradually do it over the next 3 to 4 weeks. But our plan is to be Scotland's biggest figure skate shop, as well as we're going to continue with the ice hockey. But we're looking to bring things like skate tape, trans packs, Zuka bags. We're going to have a bigger supply of tights, guards, laces, spinners. We're going to be carrying Graph Boleros, Rye Sport and Taris. And when they arrive, Dia Overtures. That's the 3 main skates we're going to have. Potentially looking at maybe bringing in some Jackson Mystique. If it takes off and we do continue to grow the figure skate, we might look at extending through to carry in maybe some sizes of the Chorus, some of the Coronation Ace, just the popular models that we do turn over quite a lot through a season. Obviously you've got to bear with us, we're coming out of COVID, we're going to have to gradually grow this one, but we want to grow, and we've always been saying it for the last kind of 5 or 10 years, is we want to grow the figure skates stock and be the one-stop shop for figure skates. We can't hold everything, we'd love to. We're never going to hold flies, we're never going to hold pianos, but we want to grow it, and we'll grow it a little bit at a time with you guys' support. That's kind of what we've got planned.
Cool. So one of the reasons why we're looking at doing the figure skates is obviously in Scotland, which is a wee bit unfortunate for us, but obviously good for other people. There is another 2 stores that have just recently opened, so we're finding that the hockey market has decreased quite a lot, so we're having to look at re-diversifying into different brands in different areas, and obviously one of the things that we've been kind of looking towards more is obviously figure skates, as we've said, and obviously the repairs that I've been doing. I don't think there's really anybody else in Scotland that's doing the repairs other than maybe Horse, who's an equipment manager for the clan. So obviously that's one of the things that we're kind of looking at doing, is just trying to see if we can get the repairs to a high enough standard or a high enough quality. Not that they're not a high enough quality standard already, but obviously we're trying to see if we can get them done and get them turned over and get them out as quickly as possible. Make sure that everyone's happy with the repairs, so that then obviously drives more business towards our store, because Christ knows we need it. So back with Stuart's repair, basically what I've decided that I'm going to do is, this is the foam that has been cut out, which will be split. Obviously you can see the line in the middle. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to trim it down a little bit, and then obviously I'm going to put it into the skate. So it's obviously going to slide into this kind of area here, and then going to glue that into place, and then obviously have to get the speedy stitcher out and get it sewn in place as well. It's a totally different design of foam that I've used, different type of foam as well from the ones that I used on my own skates. You would have maybe seen that on the video, the True Tf9 6-month review. Decided that obviously I was going to redo the skates myself and give it a try and see how it went, and it went obviously quite well. Found that the padding was obviously a lot better around about the ankle bone. Found that it was a lot more comfortable. The only thing is I was finding is that maybe there was slightly too much foam, so I've scaled back the foam a little bit at this time for Stuart's, just to see if it makes a difference. My feet went slightly numb because there was so much padding in the skate, and I had a problem trying to get the skate off as well, because if anybody that's skated in Trues know that the things are welded to your feet and it's very difficult to get them off. So that's something that I'm obviously going to be looking at redoing again on mine. Obviously third time lucky, we'll hopefully get the padding correct and just where we need to be. It's that kind of Goldilocks thing. Is it Goldilocks in the Three Bears? The porridge was just right kind of idea. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for the padding just to be just right and no more. We don't want it over padded. Too much padding obviously can then cause a hindrance in your skating ability. Not enough can obviously also cause a hindrance in your skating ability, because you're basically touching off the carbon fibre, and obviously that's going to give you lace bite, or not necessarily lace bite, but just an uncomfortable feeling against your ankles. So we're going to get battered on, get this done, and then I'll tie in when we're going to glue them back in place.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't even care, no, I don't even care anymore. It's like we're losing all track of time. I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around, wow. So where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same?
So you can tell Pamela's been putting the tape up.
Wrong with my tape?
Nothing, the fact that your boxes are still sitting there.
I might need them, that's why they're there.
You might need them, so you put them right in a walkway for people to tip over the top of. Oh, geez, piece yourself. What are you doing now?
I'm ordering lunch.
Why are you doing that? We're not allowed to eat.
Go away. Go and take the camera and go away. Go away.
Right, so obviously back onto the repair for Stuart, that's then finished. So as you can see, the padding has all been placed back in, all sewn back in as well. The fender guards replaced back on with new eyelets, or sorry, new rivets, and obviously this is the other skate as well, that's all done as well. So what we're going to do now is just run them through at 13/16 for him, because he's one of these strange people that likes skates that are not sharp at all. So we'll get them done and then we'll get them back to him. So Friday is finished. That is just about everything done. What I had in earlier on as well, which I didn't record, was another conversion. I had a True Tf9 pair of skates that got brought in to be converted to a set of Tooks, and the Tooks have been put on now, and obviously the customer is back in his step steels, so Tony, hopefully your skating issues are sorted and that's you back to normal. Obviously he was finding it was a bit difficult sometimes with regards to the pitch of the standard True holders. So obviously he's changed them back to what he was skating in before, because he was a 1X Bauer skater before. So it's been a long time since he's actually had a new pair of skates, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Tony's skates were absolutely pristine. He's not a hockey player, he's just a skater, an avid skater, and his skates were immaculate. So obviously we'll tie in with Pam, see what she's up to.
Mustangs gloves.
So she's doing mock-up for Warrior Mustangs gloves for her team. A couple of people had already asked about getting new gloves, and if there's enough interest then obviously we can maybe get Warrior gloves done. The Warrior gloves in my opinion are one of the better ways of going, especially if you're going to be looking for a team glove. Unfortunately CCM in the UK take a little bit longer than everyone else. Got to actually, I think it's, when do you have to order them?
Not 100% sure, but it's usually at the beginning of February for the next season. Like it's quite far in advance. There's, I think we can order cut-offs. Not sure if that's changed, if they do it at different times now, making it a wee bit more accessible. I would say that the Warrior Customizer and Warrior Custom Program is far more accessible than anything else, because you can customise it yourself, you can create the PDF, you send it to your retailer, which is like us, and then we deal with the order for you. You've effectively designed your colours, spec, you send us your logo, and everything goes to our supplier, and then they design the glove from there. Usually about an 8 to 10 week turnaround. Obviously please bear in mind that depending on the time of the season and who's ordering and whatever else, it can be a wee bit slower than that. So that's the average sort of expected turnaround.
What was the turnaround for the Bauer ones that we had originally got done?
10 to 12 weeks I think.
So Warrior's slightly quicker there or thereabouts with Bauer?
Probably much of a muchness. Accessibility, Warrior hands down, absolutely hands down. They also give you, I mean Bauer does also give you different models and whatever, but Warrior gives you the team, the Pro and the Pro Plus options in both the Alpha and the Covert fit glove, and I think there's a 4-roll option as well, so you've got the option to customise you. You can also, what I think's really good with Warrior is you can mix your batch, so it's 24 pairs in order. Warrior will do you 1 glove or they'll do you 50 gloves, whatever you want to do they'll do, but the price becomes very competitive after 24 pairs. So if you have 24 pairs, your price gets a hell of a lot more competitive. We can offer a higher discount on the glove, it becomes a lot more affordable. But you don't have to all be Alpha or all Covert. You can mix and match your batch as long as they're the same level of glove. So either the Team glove, Pro glove or the Pro Plus glove, you can mix and match the cut of the glove, which is quite good when you've got a team full of 20 odd guys that all like the glove to fit a little bit different. So it's quite good to offer. You know, you've got the Covert, which is a tight cuff, the Alpha, which is the anatomical glove. So you've got the 2 different cuts, which will give a wee bit more of an option rather than it all be the Vapor Team or whatever glove. So it's quite good that way. I think it's a good programme.
I have to agree myself. Obviously seen it first hand through some of the elite league teams and stuff like that. Not that we've obviously dealt with their order, but obviously I've been able to get my hands on some of the equipment, and I would have to say it's top spec stuff. Can't really complain with it. So hopefully we can get enough guys in our team to go ahead with us, and then we will obviously keep you in the loop. If we do, you guys will be the first to see the order when it eventually comes in. But for today, that is us finished. So if you like this video, what have they got to do?
Share and subscribe.
Like, share
And subscribe.
What?
What?
Right, take it easy guys. See you in the next one.